Okay, so in the last class we were talking about acceleration due to gravity. So this is acceleration due to gravity. So this is our Earth, and one object, the radius of our Earth is r, and one object it is of mass m, and it is falling towards Earth. Then its speed increases, and that increase in the speed, this is known as acceleration, and it is because of gravitational force of this Earth. So this is known as acceleration due to gravity, which is represented by z, and this the value of this z, this is equivalent to 9.1 meter per second square, or 981 centimeter per second square. In Ampere system, it's about 32 in Ampere system. So, and then we have also discussed about the variation of this z, small z, acceleration due to gravity on the Earth, and this z actually depends on the radius. So let's have the relation between the small z and capital Z. This capital Z is acceleration due to gravity, by which we can have this mass somewhere here, and this force toward the center, it is mz. So this mz, which is also known as the weight of that body, it is compared with the force applied by Earth on that body, and if this radius is r, so this will be z m capital M by r square. This is because of gravitational force, law of gravitational force given by Newton. So we can cancel this z, and we will have this small z, it is equal to z m by r square. So this z, it depends on mass of that body, and also the radius of that big body, the radius of Earth is there. So this is the relation between the small z and capital Z. And we have also seen the variation of this z with some factors. So at a particular height h, variation of z, first at height h from the surface of Earth, that is gh, it is equal to, we have taken that is equivalent to z, this is on the surface, 1 minus 2h by r. We have derived this formula in the last class. So this is gh is equal to g 1 minus 2h by r, and the second at the depth d, d from the surface of Earth, So here in this we have taken one, we have did this one, and that object is somewhere here at the depth of h and depth of d. So this can be written as equivalent to z d, it is equivalent to g 1 minus d by r. So notations, whatever notations I have used in the last class, I think I have written here h in place of that capital this one. So just to distinguish these two, use d in place of h. So this gh is equal to g 1 minus 2h by r, and dz, that is inside the depth d, it is equal to g 1 minus d by r. So what we are observing here, so at the center of Earth, so at the center of Earth, this d, it is equivalent to r, this d is equivalent to r, so this is d, gd means at the center of Earth it is equivalent to 0. So at the center of Earth, when we take this d is equivalent to r, so just this will be equal to 1, so 1 minus 1 is 0, so this is equal to 0, so the center of Earth is 0. So when we move from the center of Earth toward the surface, when we move from center of Earth toward surface, means that this d, it is now starting from r to 0. Then this when we move from center of Earth to surface, ZD will increase gradually. So Z जो है वो proportionally increase होता है. So this you can check that this D is equivalent to taken as R. So this when this D is equal to taken as equivalent to R, this is equal to Z 1 minus R by R, and this is equal to 0. And this D, it is equal to R by 2, means somewhere here this is R by 2, then this Z, it is equivalent to Z 1 minus this is R by 2, so this is half. Let's take this R is equivalent, D is equivalent to R by 2, so this is half, and this is equal to Z by 2. And when this D, it is equivalent to 0, R by 3R by just R, that is equivalent to 0, and this D on the surface, this is equivalent to Z, because we have taken this D is equivalent to 0. So if we have a plot between this Z from the center with R, so if we talk about, so this will increase like this. So when we further move from the surface of Earth to the height h, then we will have this, we will use this GS is equal to Z 1 minus 2h by R. This is just approximation. We should use that relation initially we have used. So here at the height h, so this ZH, it is equivalent to Z M R plus H, and this Z, this is equivalent to Z M R plus H square, this is R square. So when we compare this GH by G, is equal to R square by R plus H square. So the radius of our Earth is fixed. This is the variable. So one can write this is proportional to 1 upon R square. Means it is decreasing. So when it is decreasing, so when we take this is equivalent to R, this will decrease like this. So what we are observing using this, what we are observing using this plot, when we move from center to surface, it's that acceleration due to gravity increases, and when we further move from this surface to a particle up to a particular height, then it decreases. It is inversely proportional to R square, so it decreases like this. So this is the plot between R and Z.
0 में नहीं जाएगा
क्या
0 में नहीं जाएगा
वैल्यू रख करके देख लो किस पार्टिकुलर वैल्यू पे जब ये इनफाइनाइट हो जाएगा, है ना, when this is equivalent to infinite, then this Z will be 0. Okay, now what we can also calculate that acceleration due to gravity at equator and pole. So actual shape of our Earth is not spherical, not a perfectly spherical. Actually, generally we take this is the surface of this is our Earth, and we take this as a perfect sphere, but this is not true. Actually at pole it's like this. So the radius which is this is the radius which is RP, radius toward the pole, and this is equator, and this is RE. So always this RE is greater than RP. So radius at pole at RP is always less than radius of Earth at equator. पोल में थोड़ा सा चपटा है अर्थ एक्चुअल से. So the radius of the pole, this is always less than the radius of our Earth at the equator. So what if this, we will calculate this ZP is toward the pole, on the pole here, somewhere here. This is ZP, and here this is GE. So this GP will be equal to GM by RP square, and ZE means acceleration due to gravity at equator, and that will be ZM by RE square. That initial relation we have taken. So when we compare this ZP and GE, so since RE, that equator, the radius is more, acceleration due to gravity, that will be less, because this is inversely proportional to R square. So this GE is always less than ZP. Acceleration due to gravity at equator is always less than at pole. So this is all this calculation is for the fixed Earth, but our Earth is in motion as well as orbital motion. So due to the motion of our Earth, there will be change in acceleration due to gravity. So let us see the effect of rotation of Earth. So effect of rotation of Earth. Let us assume this our Earth is perfect sphere. So this is our Earth, the center of our Earth, and it is rotating from west to east with a constant angular velocity with omega. So let us try to calculate. This is the center. This is center of our Earth, and this is the place where we are trying to calculate that acceleration due to gravity. And for the calculation of that acceleration due to gravity, we place one object of mass m somewhere here. Okay, and the mass of that, the weight of that object, which is actually the force applied by our Earth toward the center, that is mg. Okay, so this is the force, this is the weight toward the center of Earth. Now, let us see the effect of the rotation of our Earth. This is moving with a constant angular velocity omega, and let's say this since that object is on the Earth, so with Earth that object is also moving with a constant angular velocity omega, and let's say from this axis, this radius is r, so this radius is r, and this will follow one circular path of radius r. So what will happen? That object is there here, and it with Earth, since this Earth is moving with constant velocity omega, so this will move in a circular path with the same constant velocity omega. And when it's a very circular motion, obviously there will be one centripetal force applied. So centripetal force on mass on object, mass m, that is Fc, which is equivalent to mv square by r, where r is the radius of this path, and we know this v with omega is v is equivalent to omega r. You know this v is equivalent to omega r, so one can write this is equivalent to m omega square r. And this the centripetal force will be toward this. This is m omega square r. So with this centripetal force, this omega square r, that body is moving. And now this is lambda, which is known as latitude of that particular place. So that object, it is at the latitude of lambda somewhere here. Now what we will do, this m omega square r, it is the direction is this, and the direction of this mz, this is actually toward the center. We have to calculate that the centripetal force, the component that centripetal force toward the center of our earth. So we will have the component, let's say if this is lambda, this will be lambda, and the component of this Fc, this will be toward this, that is in this direction, that is Fc cos lambda, and at 90 degree here, this is Fc sin lambda. This is one vector, and this lambda, so toward the angle, this is Fc cos lambda, and this is Fc sin lambda. So the resultant force toward the center, which is actually mg prime. This is the resultant. Mg prime, it is actually equal to mg minus this component, Fc cos lambda. You're getting? If there is no motion, total force mg is toward the center. And because of this centripetal force, because of this rotational circular motion, this is the circular motion, because of this circular motion, this is that centripetal force, and the component of this centripetal force to along this axis, this is equivalent to Fc cos lambda, and this will just reduce the effect of this weight. So the resultant weight or resultant force on that object toward the center, that is mg prime is equal to mg minus Fc cos lambda, or one can write this mg prime, it is equivalent to mg, and Fc is equal to m omega square lambda, omega square r cos lambda. Okay, and this is equal to, one can cancel this m, so this z prime, it is equivalent to g minus omega square r cos lambda. Okay, so this is the effect of rotation of our earth. It depends on this lambda, this is the latitude of that. And now we can calculate Fc and that Fe, sorry, Ge. We can calculate Ge, means acceleration due to gravity at equator, by using this formula also. Because at equator, this small r is equivalent to here, this small r is equivalent to capital R. So that Ze, it is equal to that z minus omega square r, and lambda is equivalent to 0. So I should write like this. At equator, lambda, it is equivalent to 0. Here, lambda is equivalent to 0. So cos lambda, that is equivalent to, cos lambda is equivalent to 1. And r is equal to capital R. So this is Ze. So by using this relation, z prime, that is equal to z, it is equivalent to z minus omega square r. Pole, this lambda, it is equivalent to 90 degree. Here at pole, here this lambda, that is equivalent to 90 degree. So cos 90, it is equivalent to 0. So by using this z is equivalent to gp, it is equivalent to 0. So here also we can say this at pole, that acceleration due to gravity is more with compared to equator, because this term will be effective. This omega is equivalent to 2 pi by 3, and we can calculate this. So again we can say that Zp, it is greater than Zp. So one effect is the size, the radius. So by using that the radius of our Earth at the pole and equator, that acceleration due to gravity is different. That the Zp is always greater than Ze, and also we can see the effect of rotation of our Earth. So this is Z is equivalent to Z minus omega square r, and this Gp is equivalent to Z. So also we can observe that effect of rotation of Earth. Okay, so at Bhilai you can calculate that by using this latitude. So even this r can be this r, this is lambda, and we don't know this r, we can use that, we can put this r in terms of lambda and a capital R. So we have this z, it is equivalent to z, z prime is equivalent to g minus omega square r cos lambda, and this r, this is r, and this angle is lambda. So this will be pi by 2 minus lambda. Mathematically, this is pi by 2 minus lambda. This is equivalent to r. तो इसको क्या लिख सकते हैं? क्या लिख सकते हैं?
हाँ 90 minus
This is capital R. This is perpendicular to this R. So small r by capital R, it is equivalent to, this is perpendicular. क्या लिखेंगे इसको फिर? पाई बाय 2 के साथ साइन cos what? Sine. So this is sine pi by 2 minus lambda. And sine pi by 2 minus lambda is equivalent to cos lambda, na? So r cos lambda. So also this r can be taken here as the, so g prime can be written as equivalent to z minus omega square r cos square lambda. So there is no need to small r, just by putting this lambda and the radius of earth omega, these are fixed. Omega for earth it is equivalent to 2 pi by t, and the t is 24 hours. R is fixed, radius of our earth we know, and this lambda for Bhilai you can take from Google. You can put lambda and calculate z. So calculate z